Heyo.
Oh, well. What a day. What a day. What a day.
Freaking cold.
There's always someone, and it was me this time.
I even told you to silence it.
I know. Hey. I had to restart my phone. My home button wasn't working.
Last 3 or 4 days, it's been down in like the low 20s. I think it got into teens last night.
I don't mind the cold as much.
Anybody like in northern U.S. or Canada is like...
They're like, bitch, that's barbecue
Southerners.
weather. No, well...
Pussy Southerners.
Well, truth is, I mean, here's the problem with us. We're in the mountains, and cold weather and the mountains don't really agree with each other. I mean, I know that the people...
Pretty sure that's exactly where they agree on.
Well, no, but they agree on that, but they... I mean, I was talking to someone who lived in New York, and I'm like, okay, y'all have the infrastructure to deal with that kind of stuff. Us here,
no.
we don't have that.
Yeah,
so whenever it hits us hard.
We're in the boonies.
Yeah. In the boonies in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains, the oldest mountain chain in the world.
You get Bubba's pickup truck with like 5 snow shovels duct taped to the front.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. And then one of them breaks off, goes under, flattens his tire. I saw one dude one time. He ran over this tree branch, and it was stuck in his wheel well, and he couldn't get it out.
Oh, no.
This idiot had the bright idea to go in there with a chainsaw, and he cut into his tire and cut into his tire. And
did he cut into his axle?
No. He cut into his tire, and his tire blew.
Of course it did.
And he was just like, son of a bitch, and threw the chainsaw down. And I'm just like, what did you think was gonna happen? Come on, dude.
So we had a few things happen over past week. I want to go ahead and jump.
Might want to lower my mic volume a little bit. Some Wild Wolf says.
I'll go ahead and kick it off. So I'm really excited for it, even though it came out like 2 or 3 years ago. But apparently, I guess it's going around that Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be
on PC. Yes,
I'm fucking excited for it. Yeah, I played it on Jacob's PS4, but I definitely can't wait to get a little bit because it's honestly I would say Halo, Mass Effect, and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Really?
I think so.
Horizon's good, dude.
There's probably other games that I'm overlooking. It's always been Halo and Mass Effect at the top, but Horizon Zero Dawn. It's something about it. It's like there's no way they're gonna make this cave girl fights, robot dinosaur thing work, but fucking nailed it.
Guerrilla Games.
It was original idea and stuff.
Well, Guerrilla Games, they're a talented group of like designers. Mm-hmm. I mean, hell, they're the ones who gave Kojima an experimental build of their engine so Kojima could work on Death Stranding. So they're cool. They know what's up.
I guess that makes sense. I was wondering, like, something about Death Stranding is like, this looks familiar. Just
it was an experimental build of their engine that they gave to Kojima, and Kojima added his own stuff to it, and thus made his own sort of proprietary engine. And handed the stuff back to Guerrilla, and Guerrilla plans to use it for future games going forward too.
It's just the graphics of it look very, very similar. Which is good.
Well, so I don't know what it is about. There's the one that's like not very like it's like very fantasy based and everything like that. Horizon Zero Dawn, but there's like over the last couple of years, it's like red-headed warrior women who are tough and are the central driving point forward in the game. Another one was Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which that woman in that is from the peaked like a Viking culture, whereas Horizon Zero Dawn is sort of like post-apocalyptic.
Aloy definitely is. I mean, she's a part of the inspiration for Nora Gwen, my science character. So, and she'll have kind of the soldiering aspect to that as well. But
I remember when Becky Lynch came out one time she's a professional wrestler from Ireland, and she's got like this long flowing red hair. She actually did her hair like Aloy and came out for a wrestling show like that.
That's pretty cool. I mean, like I don't know if that kind of hair is practical. It's like
it wasn't.
It wasn't. Have like 3 people's worth hair in like all the braids and stuff she has. But
Becky Lynch, they actually showed like what Becky Lynch had to go through after. They didn't show the before, but they showed the after, and Becky was literally just sitting there in a chair with her arms crossed, and like 5 people cutting all the little braid things out of her hair, and just like, and she's just like, you suffer for your art, you suffer for it. In this case, I really wish I'd have just worn a wig.
It's one of those things though, like, I'm not a huge fan of post-apocalyptic type stuff. I just can't really get behind it. I mean, I like certain ones like Book of Eli, but it's like I actually haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road yet.
Well, Fury Road is, to me, I'm going to say this, and it may piss some people off, but if it does, I don't really care. Fury Road, to me, is probably the best post-apocalyptic film of all time. And the reason I say that is because...
What, not Waterworld?
Good one.
It's got Kevin Costner in it.
And Dennis Hopper. And freaking boats.
Oh, my God.
But, no. Mad Max, the reason why it worked so well, Mad Max Fury Road, in terms of its scope, its scale, its storytelling, its characters, everything about it is just so good. It's my favorite Mad Max film. Now, that doesn't take anything away from like the original Mad Max, Road Warrior. Thunderdome is okay, but
I haven't seen it yet. But something about Horizon Zero Dawn, it's just like there's just a good, nice, like that whole aspect of like the sci-fi elements of like,
the aspect
Zero Dawn is like far enough into the post-apocalyptic event that shit is interesting again.
Yeah, it's like
Fallout, where you come out like basically as soon as you can.
It's still like nuclear winter and shit. Yeah. But like humanity is like rebuilt in this kind of like quasi like ancient times sort of thing. But Aloy having like the access to like all the holographic stuff and having all the robot animals and stuff around, just it gives it that cool sci-fi element that like makes me just overlook the things that I don't like about it.
Here's what I'll say: there's actually an anime you might be interested in because it actually it's one that we are. Just starting with, we're 3 episodes into it, and we're watching it with Jacob. And me and Jacob, we like it a lot. It's called Dr. Stone. It pretty much deals with this cataclysmic event where literally every human being on the planet turns to stone. Just right there, turns to stone. All of a sudden, an indeterminate amount of years go by, and it focuses on this one character. This one character who we see is literally, he's a stone man, and the world literally changes and warps around him. Nature grows back and retakes the world, and all of a sudden, for some reason, his stone shell starts to crack, and he emerges, and he's alive again. And pretty much, he finds this other guy. It turns out there was another guy who woke up first and was the one who woke him up. So pretty much this one guy is like a scientific wonderkind, and he is going through and is pretty much rebuilding step by step the ladder of science to get us back to where we are now as quickly as possible. So pretty much going through and just like blowing past 2 million years of evolution and human development, just going straight back into the trying to get back past the industrial era.
I think that's what's so cool about Horizon Zero Dawn is it's not just nuclear war happened and civilization completely collapses. Like there was like people came together and created this plan to rebuild Earth, and they even had all of the the information technology for humans to if certain things hadn't happened that I'm not going to spoil.
If we haven't gotten very far into it, I'm interested to see how far they go, because I know that the first season, I think, is 24 episodes. I'm interested to see how far they go within 24 episodes, because 3 episodes in, they've already started working on how to make soap, clay pots, basic tools and everything, and they're trying to rebuild back up to
Is it like they have some sort of information to tell? One of
the main guys, Senku, who's like the first guy to wake back up. He is, like I said, a scientific wonderkind, and literally has
So
an eidetic
it's
memory.
all just memory. Okay.
Well, he has an eidetic memory, and he writes stuff out so that everyone else can see it and knows what to do.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, so far, I mean, I'm loving the hell out of it. And I'd like to react to more episodes whenever Jake gets back, which he said he should be. Jake said he should be back this evening, which, you know, that's all well and good, but
I'll have to check it out.
oh yeah. And okay, and speaking on certain video games, Doom Eternal, the new Doom game, it doesn't come out till March, but apparently there was an early access thing that happened for certain influencers out there, and they're posting gameplay footage and everything.
Yeah, I've been wondering what's going on because I see a bunch of stuff like, okay,
Yeah.
is it out? I actually had to look it up. I'm like,
No.
it doesn't come out till because I was looking. Okay, shit, it must be coming out like in a week or something. Like,
No, it's early access given to certain creators. And
to
what
those
I'm
ones.
thinking, I don't know this. I'm thinking that it's something within the game that does not 100% tie in to how the game is going to go. I think it is like a test level thing that they're releasing to influencers just to whet the appetite of the fan base.
From the
before
trailer
main
that I
game
saw,
comes
it
out.
seems like they're really leaning into like more storytelling. With
Oh,
Doom,
yes.
which it's kind of surprising. It's like, you know, I'm glad to see it. I love storytelling. It just seems like Doom is like one of those where you don't have to. It's one of those few games where you don't have to worry about.
Well, no, I mean,
just
the
killing
Doom
monsters.
Marine pretty much just trudges through all like semblances of story like a confused gorilla and just like smashes everything.
A top 10 changes in Doom Eternal from Game Ranks yesterday.
Oh,
And one of the changes they mentioned is that there is a lot more story available in this one, but you don't really have to pay full attention to it if you don't want to. You can just kill demons.
No, I'll pay it.
you see, that's one thing I can appreciate. That's one thing that Dark Souls has added to video games nowadays, is that the lore is there if you're willing to listen, but yet you don't have to like mindlessly sit through all these cutscenes and exposition just to get the story down.
They did say there are cutscenes and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, there were cutscenes in the first Doom.
Well, he was saying not just like, looking at monitors and smashing them and stuff, but like full-on cutscenes.
Well, there was some with that one doctor who went crazy and opened up the portal to hell. I mean, literally, like they were short cutscenes, but they were direct.
I was watching a playthrough of Witcher 3 the other day, and it was weird. It was like there's this moment where you'll be in the middle of a conversation with a character, Gerard and
Yeah,
whoever.
Geralt, yeah.
And literally, it'll like stop mid conversation to cut to like this cartoon animation of like some exposition, whatever it's just so jarring. Like there's no like, it's like Metal Gear Solid when they kind of do that, like Snake will be having a conversation with one of the people, and it'll cut to that kind of weird animation thing, like a cartoon type thing, but it'll be just a continuation of that conversation. This just stops mid conversation to deliver some important exposition, and it just doesn't flow right. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I never saw anything like that when I played it.
Well,
I don't know.
There's things that happen with storytelling. There's certain video game creators who are so pretentious they have their heads so far up their own ass you can't tell where they begin and where they end. One of them is the very well regarded but often laughably derided David Cage, who gave us Heavy Rain, which I love that game because it is pretty much a narrative game that tells actually a really interesting story. And
Detroit Become Human, right?
Huh?
Detroit Become Human?
Yep, that one as well. And here's the thing about it. David Cage, I knew that he was a pretentious asshole the very moment he said game overs are the fault of the video game developer. Pretty much he's saying, oh, anytime that there's a game over, it's pretty much the game developer saying, I give up. To which I'm just like, David, here's your head. Here is your ass. Pull it out and listen. How a person develops a video game is entirely up to them. You have a video game that literally has zero gameplay other than go here, push a button.
Oh, you talk about with Detroit. I've heard things where it's like this was more of like a tech demo than a game.
Well, no. Every single one of his games is like this, though. Every single, like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and
check the speed.
I didn't before.
God damn it! Seriously.
Oh, there we go. We're back.
We good?
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
Don't know what happened there.
Okay. So the problem is him saying that. Like, I can understand where he's coming from to a certain degree. You know how certain video game developers nowadays they.
Doing the fun pixel party thing.
I don't understand, dude. I really don't understand how it keeps doing that.
Is it the OBS thing?
No, it's not OBS. It's the upload speed. The upload speed's not enough.
Check the speed again. Do like a speed test.
Do a speed test.
I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
So
are they still hearing us or?
Oh yeah, we're still on. We're still on. It's just the stream
Videos.
format is lowered again.
God damn it.
So
I don't know why it does that shit, dude.
So, David Cage, I can respect the fact that he wants to tell a video game story a different way than everyone else.
Right.
But that doesn't mean he needs to pretend he is the be all end all of how video games should be developed.
I mean, you need to have diversity with the different
For some
game
reason,
styles.
we're getting a 202 megabits per second download speed, but only a 0.93 megabits upload speed.
Is there someone here uploading something?
No.
You think Damien might be?
No, he's not. I mean, he might be playing fucking his PC, but we're not doing anything that's uploading that hard. And the only person that uploads shit would be me. And
yeah, if anything, just contact the ISP and pretty much just say,
I'm assuming it's something
hey guys,
to do with that fucking ISP because the bill's paid and everything.
It's like, hey guys, can you please
fucking, shit
stop?
together?
Yeah, please.
I wish. Does DishNet work at all?
Huh?
Does DishNet, is that any good?
No, it's satellite internet, dude. Satellite internet is effectively useless.
I want something other than fucking Xfinity or Comcast.
Oh, trust me. I wish that my family could have that choice too, because up in Wise, that's literally all there is. Yeah. There's Comcast and Comcast Xfinity. That's it. Now here in the Tri-Cities, for the most part, you have a variety of choices. You have CenturyLink, you have BTES, and you have a few others. But that being said, I go with BTES because their infrastructure is friggin' amazing. And the fact that, you pay $70 and you get a gigabit download and 100 megabytes upload.
I would love for us to get fucking fiber optic.
Yeah, it's just
the whole expense that goes into that. But anyways, so getting back to the game. So we're
Spectrum,
talking
that's another one.
We're talking about Doom.
Doom. With Doom Eternal, it looks like they're taking everything that was in the first Doom, like Doom 2016, and they're ramping it up to 11, which is what you would expect. Is what you would expect, because not only are they giving you more movement, not only they're making the gameplay a little bit faster, not only are they giving you a huge plethora of guns to play with, not only are they giving you more demons to kill, not only are they putting you on Earth that has officially been taken over by demons, and not only are they giving you all these different play options to play with, for instance, like the invasion game mode, which is pretty much like the invasion game type in Dark Souls, where you can invade into a person's game and kill them. Which I think is really cool.
That's interesting.
But there's that. Well, with that, you're getting all these options that they're adding to the game, and I'm thinking that it's going to not only be extremely successful, it's also going to be very, very, very interesting to see how because there's going to be controversy about it, because there was controversy when they did the whole thing where they were comparing the demons were it's not right to call them demons. They're
that was perfectly fine. Really,
I love that.
I chuckled. I gave him a good chuckle. There's people that are going to be fucking crybabies, little SJW fucking.
Well, that whole thing. I mean, people want to cry and complain and say, "Oh, they're saying something about us." Are they? Or are you trying to make something to make yourself the victim yet again?
Yeah, it's all
it's about.
I'm not going to get into that conversation again, but do you think this is going to have to go out flawlessly to save Bethesda?
No, Bethesda has a lot in their docket. They're in their war chest to where they can pretty much operate on a negative basis for like the next 20 years and they'll be okay. It's just,
I don't know, dude. All the shit it seems they've been doing with 76, it just seems like,
well, id Tech is
they've literally lit a dumpster on fire and put it in a bigger dumpster to light on fire. Yeah.
And they look at their fan base and say, "Why aren't you buying this?" It's like, it's very easy. It sucks. Yeah. And id Softworks is what they're doing with Doom. Mm-hmm. I think, if anything, that's just going to push them further up into being ZeniMax's main video game developer. Mm. Because not only ZeniMax is the one who owns Bethesda. They also own Arcane Studios, which gave us the Dishonored franchise, and also Prey. And they also we got id, which gave us which has given us the Doom franchise. Which, holy shit. Yeah. So, all in all, I would say that the this isn't going to save Bethesda, but if anything, it'll show the people at ZeniMax that id means business. And
we'll just cut out the middleman there.
Pretty much.
Bye-bye, Bethesda.
Pretty much. Well, no, they're going to keep Bethesda around. It's just
they need to fire Todd Howard. Yeah, they need a sick kid.
They need kid to kick. They need fresh blood at the helm of Bethesda, because Todd Howard, don't get me wrong, he gave us Fallout 3, which was a great game. He gave us Skyrim, which is a great game. He also gave us a repeat of Fallout 3, but with worse mechanics in Fallout 4. He keeps re-releasing Skyrim instead of working on the next Elder Scrolls game, which he should have been doing. Oh, I don't know. So many people have come up to me and have said, "Oh, I don't know what you're complaining about. It's not like well, Nick had probably the best argument for this. He's like, "Oh, I don't understand why you all are complaining about Fallout 76 so much." Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because you already have had yours. I mean, honestly, Fallout 4 was the last one that was done. Dude, where's my Elder Scrolls?
I didn't give two shits about what 76 looked like. I was just fucking pissed that you guys had Fallout 4 come out, and then they're like, "We have a big announcement." I'm like, "Elder Scrolls 6. Hell yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 76. I'm like, "What the fuck? Fuck you."
Yeah, it's Elder Scrolls' turn. Oh, and everyone's just like, "Oh, but it takes them too long to develop it."
Fallout 76 could have been the best game in the fucking world, and I still wouldn't have given a shit, because fuck that.
Well, and here's another thing, too. Between Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, and Skyrim, which is Elder Scrolls 5, they had 4 years to develop. And in those 4 years, they went from one great game to another great game. Everything was good. Skyrim was released 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago now. And the only thing we have seen from the next Elder Scrolls game is a teaser, a little announcement teaser. It's like, "Oh, we're working on it now." That's it. That's all we've seen. We haven't seen a gameplay demo. We haven't seen anything. Instead, we've just gotten more bullshit for Elder Scrolls Online, which I know is pretty good now, but I played it during launch, and it was an absolute nightmare. I hated that game.
Now, I've heard, going over to, I guess, BioWare or whatever, been hearing rumors abound about a potential Mass Effect 5. I don't know if there's any truth to that at all.
Casey Hudson is the lead now for BioWare. They were forced into making Anthem.
No, fuck that.
They were forced into making Anthem because Mass Effect Andromeda was not what it was supposed to be. And thus, they got fast-tracked. They killed all development, everything going forward on Mass Effect Andromeda, and they completely devoted development towards Anthem.
Well, it definitely didn't pay off because except for the flying mechanic, it didn't look any different from like Destiny or something. I mean,
and it was unfun, unpolished, and unfinished.
It seemed like there wasn't a whole hell of a lot to do. It's just
and all the enemies were bullet sponges. That's it.
That's what it looked like. Yeah, like fucking had to spend for fucking ever to goddamn shoot people.
Yeah,
but.
And the funny thing is, all the stuff that happened that made Anthem as bad as it was, BioWare stated they wanted more time to work on it. EA told them no. EA was just like, no, you're releasing it now. We need a big quarterly release, and you're up. To which, I want everyone out there who's interested, Google all of the studios that EA bought, raped for all of their talented people and their profits, and then close them down. I want you to go and I want you to what Visceral Games was one of my favorite horror game development studios. They made the Dead Space franchise. Dead Space 1 and 2.
They were supposed to be making a Star Wars game too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually why they brought on Amy Hennig, because Amy Hennig's one of the greatest platform designers and developers ever. And they told her, okay, so here's what we want you to do. We want you to come in and work on this Star Wars game that we're wanting to present to Disney.
This was 30, was it 31, 13?
1313. Star Wars 1313. That was originally what it was. And basically, it like the demo came out and it was awesome. But then at the end of in the middle of development, Disney pretty much puts a grinding halt on literally every Star Wars video game property and tells EA, okay, so we want you to do Battlefront, and that's it. To which they were just like, only Battlefront? And they're like, yeah. It's like, okay, so the new Battlefield Hardline game, we're passing off development that to Visceral, who was working on a platformer, specialized in horror games, is now making a first-person shooter, online multiplayer shooter.
By the happy birthday, Logan.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Logan. Happy birthday, bub.
But yeah, by the time Battlefield
Happy birthday, Ron Swanson.
By the time Battlefield Hardline came out, I checked out a Battlefield game.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
and that was the worst thing to happen.
I bought like Battlefield 3 and 4, I think, and I played through them once.
That was the worst thing to happen because, you see, EA fucked everything up whenever they told Visceral, hey, we want you to make Dead Space 3 multiplayer, and we also want you to make it to where there's microtransactions. Yeah, microtransactions in a horror game. Look, I get the fact that these companies want to make more on their bottom line, but if you're going to try and fuck over the fans, this has been said 1,000 times, but yet they keep doing it. Do you know why they keep doing it? Because people keep buying their shit. People keep buying their shit, and thus that makes them think, oh, if we keep doing this, that means people keep shelling out money. Well, here's the thing. If you want them to stop buying it. Stop buying it.
Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy.
Well, speaking on that,
cry me a fucking river and fillet me with a and fillet me until the ends of time. I could care less.
Well, speaking on that, because this past week, CD Projekt Red announced they're delaying Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that to me is something people are usually mad when delays come out. But I think people are starting to realize.
I think we've had enough bullshit the last few years that delays make sense.
Delays do make sense, especially for games that have been in development for a long time, and they're wanting the launch to go as flawlessly as they can.
Yeah.
And given how broad of a scope that Cyberpunk 2077 is casting with its gameplay and everything. I mean, I'm hard pressed to find a studio that's as willing to push the envelope as CD Projekt Red, because they proved that you can develop a game and.
Did you message me the link where you bought those tickets earlier?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, tickets. Jacob and we were planning to. Oh, come on. There we go. Sending them to you now, Nick. Sir. Oh.
Tickets to what?
Rammstein.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Where are they playing?
They're playing in Washington D.C.
Oh.
Oh shit.
So you guys gonna drive up there?
Try to. I mean, there you go, Nick. Sent it to you.
Fry.
Bang bang. So
that was the coolest part of fucking was the Triple X. That opening.
The opening, yeah, probably the only good part too.
Well, it was. I think
well, that and
Triple
Samuel L.
X.
Jackson.
Triple X was a fun movie.
But it was so stupid.
Before, like, Fast and Furious took over that whole thing of, like, just doing the craziest shit. And, like...
It says Philadelphia.
No, they're, like, an hour away from each other, so you'll be fine.
What?
It says Philadelphia, the link you sent me.
Is something you guys can take care of out of the podcast, or...?
Oh, no.
Should you just buy 2 tickets for Philly instead of DC?
That's the one that Jake sent me. Well...
I mean, Philadelphia and D.C. are only, like, an hour apart.
I know.
When you get up there into the Northeast, everything is, like...
I know, everything's
together.
like...
Does that mean we're going to Philly to see them?
I guess so. Fuck my life.
Can you get a refund?
Of course you can.
Oh.
It's just the servicing fee you still got to pay.
Wow.
And that's about $100.
Jesus
So
fuck.
wink.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, people. It's kind of a controversial thing of like, hey, we've been promising this date, we're going to release on this date, and then hey, we got to push it back. But honestly, yeah, for me, it's no question. I would rather have a game that's you take a little extra time on to get it right and make it right, and then this half-baked bullshit.
That goes without saying nowadays. I think people are starting to realize that more and more, and I hope that this leads to people being more patient, because if there's one thing that is a stereotype of like video gamers and online culture and everything, like the Instagrammers and everything like that, is that instant gratification is often what they seek. And whenever they're told that something's delayed, the majority of the time they're like, no, we can't have that. No, we will not have it.
Well, I think we do need to also kind of like find a way to kind of like back away a little bit from this rapid news cycle style thing that we have, where we get so much information now on a daily basis that like anything popular is only popular for like or is in people's minds for like 3 days.
Well, it's just because that's how the world is now, man.
Yeah,
I mean, the world is so connected now. It is trying to there's so many people out there who are trying to absorb so much, but
it makes it harder to like appreciate things like these days. It's hard for me to see us getting things like how Star Wars was a phenomenon back in the 80s and stuff, or Star Trek before that.
It's because personal conversation and personal interactions have now been replaced by faceless online chat rooms that have no passion behind it. For instance, whenever, not just anonymity, but also
anonymity equals getting to be a dick.
That's one thing. But what I'm talking about is like it completely takes the emotion out of the conversation. For instance, Bill Burr had a brilliant bit about how context is lost on people nowadays, because you don't have the face-to-face interaction to understand the context of what just happened. Number one, whenever, like, for instance, Louis C.K. a long time ago said the reason why people love anonymity, saying shit anonymity, is because there's people out there who like to say mean stuff. Now, when you say it through a cell phone at somebody, and you're not having a face-to-face personal interaction with them, you're not seeing how that hurts them. And it's like, if I come up to you right now and I say, you're a piece of fucking shit, and then all of a sudden I see how you react to it, and I'm just like, okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't supposed to react. I apologize. I'm dead inside. So.
No, that's fine. But that's the whole thing is personal interactions face to face are dying out. Like, for instance,
well, that's why we have emojis now.
Well, emojis. That's nothing different.
Hey, whatever you're gonna say, you have like 20 to 30 little moods to add to it to indicate if you're being like, you're being coy or sarcastic or you're pissed off.
It's like if it's like I'm trying to order something from the vegetarian menu and I send someone an eggplant.
Yeah.
What do they think that interprets? Yeah, but personal interaction, and also context, the context of a person's emotions. Context matters in a lot of things. It's just people don't want to bother with context because, it doesn't matter with the anonymity and the emotionless dredge that we get from this stuff right here. Bill Burr, he was talking whenever you're playing around with a girl and everything and you're hanging out with her and she's just like stop, you're so bad, you stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
But if you just get that
but then all of a sudden they read it off on a teleprompter, it's like she said stop, no,
yeah.
You're so
then
bad.
You're going to prison.
Yeah, next thing you know, it's just it's like she didn't say it like that.
Look.
Yeah, exactly. Next thing you know, you're mansplaining.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Oh, God. So, on top of all the stuff that has happened with the delays and everything, another one that got hit was Final Fantasy VII Remake, which, it's not like we haven't been waiting long enough. I'm just joking. I'm just, the fact that it's gone through so many development cycles, it was originally being developed by a game studio outside of Square Enix, and then Square Enix saw that the development wasn't going so well, so they devoted an entire new section of their dev team to work on it. And then they put Tetsuya Nomura in charge of it. Tetsuya Nomura, who took 12 years to make Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh my God! Pretend that I've slit my wrists and I'm dead.
I promise you, the bill is all paid and stuff. It's not on our end. I don't know. Maybe fucking blew a goddamn telephone line down.
Oh God! I just had a nightmare that our stream disconnected. I'm glad to see that wasn't the case.
We got memes to watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some.
Okay. Go ahead and hit that. Gotta get that.
Jesus, dude, really?
Ready?
Yep.
Go for it.
First one is from Master Hand with a $5 donation.
Master.
Thank you for the donation, Master Hand. Let's see what you're sending us.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
That's a classic.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Yes, it is. Haha, yeah, man.
Alright, then we got one from Union with a $1.30 donation.
Hey, Union.
So time for memes.
History memes.
Germany, don't attack USA. Japan, how about I do anyway?
How about I do
Bubble,
anyway?
my stuff. 7 wonders of ancient world. Greece.
Yeah.
1800s. Exists. Companies. Looks like you're going to the factory, Jimbo. Peasants, please buy us some food. It's Arniculus. Egg. Genghis Khan. Behold, my stuff. I love honey piglet, but do you know what I don't love? Those capitalist pigs. What society wants women to wear versus what women actually want to wear. General MacArthur, when the US starts losing the Korean War.
Nuka.
Yeah.
Oh, finally, the Great War is over. We are at peace at last. Germany, we are doing a sequel. Native Americans, we don't want to move west. We were born here. Andrew Jackson. When your country is in depression, and you notice all the doctors and bankers are fine, those Jews are up to something. Inbred 8 years old with no leadership experience. Egypt. He is the chosen one. How European colonial powers see their African borders. How Africans see their new borders. Me explaining why we need to reconquer the borders of the Roman Empire from the unwashed barbarians. Random girl I met on Tinder out on our first date. All caps after. That one night in April 1986.
Meow.
When your crew starts getting uppity about how long it's taking you to get to India. We get there. When we get there. United States. Japan enjoying peaceful isolationism.
History memes.
Right now.
So,
That one, I almost died. The one where it was from Chicken Run.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I think those chickens are up to something. And instead, it's like they put the little Hitler stash on, and it worked so well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it to work that well. I was dying.
It's messed up.
What?
Funny.
What? Come on.
Okay, so Freelancer down with a $3 donation said this video I just found is made by a certain freelancer. P.S. Please make more unboxing videos.
Okay.
Stuff to unbox.
With happiness and joy, this is Freelancer Dan. Today we're doing an unboxing of Yokai Art Series Forever Friends. It's got the first unboxing video.
It's okay.
on the channel.
I can hear it.
So if you're wondering what Yokai Watch is, it's basically a Japanese show where these kids have like friends of ghosts. They all
Ooh.
come in like many shapes and sizes. Some big, some small, some looking like bikes, some look like cats and dogs.
Meow.
Yokai are a wonderful friend to have. But you never know what. You ever wonder what happens? Yokai is why. So today we got this one box for now, and there will be many more to come later on.
It's
Alright,
a lot
let's get
smaller than I thought it would be.
enough of the pleasantries. Let's get this started. First pack. Alright, let's see what we get. And alright, so right here we got Obasan. This is
It's a
life size.
old granny.
And on the back we have
Obasan.
her shadow side form, which I can't remember the name of.
I'll just call it Old Crone.
I can't reach out.
that was Freelancer Dan.
Huh?
That was Freelancer Dan.
I think so, yeah.
Interesting.
That was the freelancer, Dan. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, there you go.
And sends another $5 donation.
Hey, Mr. Hand. Tomo arigato. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Ah. Oh. Choke slam.
He's not even gonna do it! He's doing it! A choke slam!
I remember that one. The Undertaker literally went through the ring. Literally.
pretty
That was a pretty epic clip. And then later on, the Undertaker at a later show revealed himself from under the ring. Like smoke came out, and he grabbed the Big Show and dragged him under the ring, and smoke came out, and then the arena went black, and then the ring was back to normal.
No.
Like,
That was Freelancer Fan who did.
oh, Freelancer
It wasn't
Fan.
Freelancer Dan self-promoting.
Freelancer
Oh.
Apparently someone found a video from your channel, Freelancer Dan.
Oh,
Ah,
well, there you go.
interesting.
Freelancer Fan.
And apparently
Got
they want you to
Freelancer Dan.
They said in the thing,
Make more unboxing
this
videos.
video I just found is made by a certain freelancer. P.S. Please make more unboxing videos. So they were talking to Dan, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that cat thing is pretty much what our cats do here, the little ones now. Like you'll just hear them, like they'll be fighting on the tiled hallways and stuff, and you'll just hear, like it's one of the cat's heads hit, like it's that that rough they're playing. It's like, ugh, that didn't sound good. Are you okay, cat?
Well, it's like the kittens. Kittens my mom's got. They're like nudging each other, like trying to knock each other over. Seeing that's pretty funny. All right, what's next?
Smash Amigos just donated $5 to basically help people react to this reveal.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We're jumping right into it. Okay, stop right.
Gina, oh my god, so we're gonna know it immediately.
Oh, it's Balin.
It is gonna be Fire Emblem.
He's trolling. Oh man.
No, he's not trolling.
No, it's Fire Emblem.
Balin.
Kylo Ren. Oh my god.
Kylo Ren. No. Byleth.
No, they're doing Fire Emblem. 3 houses.
More
Up and out.
Fire Emblem. More fire.
Jesus, don't fucking do that.
It's like the Sans me costume.
Fine, I forgive you.
Oh, that is so.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, that's good.
Bad.
Another Fire Emblem character. Yay! We paid for this, guys. Smash. He has a fucking sword. Oh no. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I take it Fire Emblem is like overly used and stuff.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Sing
You know
Smash
how cool
already.
it would have been if Cuphead actually made it as the 5th character?
Oh, okay, cool for hat.
I got my boy Cuphead! I know that, right?
Yeah.
You're kidding me! You were kidding! No! No! I wanted to be someone else. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, people saying it's like, I wanted it to be someone else. Yeah, and I want a 6-pack and a 10-inch dick. Guess what? We don't always get what we want.
Oh shit!
Sakurai, make a Fire Emblem fighting game if you care about it so much.
Fire Emblem, another sword fight, bro. Oh my god.
Interesting.
The whole thing, people being mad over it. Look, I get it. Yeah, another Fire Emblem character.
As
Yes.
Dr. Dell explained earlier, all of the DLC characters thus far have actually been from different franchises that weren't in the game yet, and then they broke that with this.
Well, they broke it, yeah, but dude, honestly, I'm at the point where Sakurai can literally do anything he wants to, and I could care less. Like if he okay. Fire Emblem characters, I know people shit on them because, Fire Emblem's not anywhere near as popular here in the States as it is in Japan. In Japan, it's god tier. In Japan, it's friggin' amazing, like how popular it is over
I've
there.
never even played a Fire Emblem game.
I've played one.
But the Fire Emblem characters tend to be some of my favorites in Smash too, though. So.
Yeah. I mean, especially the one, the spellcaster, what's her name?
I can't remember.
Yeah, Corrin?
Corrin's not the caster. Corrin's like Corrin's like the sword mage or whatever. Like she uses weapons, but they like transform and shit. I think.
Yeah.
She/he, it could be either one. But the one with the book,
What exactly? I've heard of Cuphead before. I heard him talk about it on Achievement Hunter. What the fuck is
a
Cuphead?
side-scrolling shooter that is kind of like a bullet hell, and it is drawn in the style of like 70s cartoons.
No, 30s cartoons. Like
Ah.
rubber hose, like classic Disney, that.
Yeah.
and it's very, very difficult. Me and Nate actually beat it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I loved it.
We got a lot, though.
Yeah, but
As you do.
yeah, but we beat it. Happy about that. But yeah, people calling for Sakurai to be fired. You are not firing Sakurai from being the developer of a Smash Brothers game.
See, I could see people being really upset if they paid for the Battle Pass or whatever they called it, you know?
Yeah.
And all of the characters were Fire Emblem characters. It'd be like, dude, fucking really? And I would be kind of upset myself, but it's like, out of the 5, you got 4 that weren't. And they went with 1 more, and it does look like a cool character, so, I mean, you can't be that upset. You still got 4 characters that weren't represented so far. 4 out of 5 is not fucking bad.
And who's to say that he won't come out? They won't be coming out with another set of characters. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean,
they actually already have announced they're doing a second pass with 5 more characters.
Okay, so there you go. I mean, more characters.
They're going to be releasing like all through like 2021. So.
You know, here's the problem that a lot of people like. I remember. Like, people can't make up their minds on who they want in the game and everything. I mean, I remembered like everyone saying, "Oh, if they don't have this character in there, I'm never buying this game and I'm never supporting anything that Smash Brothers." And you know who it was? Waluigi. Wah! Yeah, freaking Waluigi.
There's an entire a good post off Tumblr explaining why Waluigi does not need to be in Smash Brothers. And it's because he is not a fighter, and it gives really good evidence as to why. Like, he has only ever shown up basically to play sports with people. He's not into adventuring and fighting. So, putting him in a fighting game doesn't make sense, because he just wants to play tennis or drive go-karts.
Yeah. What else you want to talk about?
Well,
talk about the virus that's burning through China now.
Oh God! When is there not a virus burning through China? When is something not burning through China?
It does seem like we had the bird flu, and I think swine flu also originated from China too.
See, the thing with it is that it's like, oh, they don't know what it is, but then they tell you the numbers, and you're like, it's killed 6 whole people in China so far, and 1 in the U.S., and it's kind of like, oh shit, we're all fucked.
Yeah, no,
6 whole people.
No, but it is
SARS.
It is unsurprising. That because I do kind of I watch was it Serpentsia and Lao 86 and they live in China too. I just like to keep up with their channels and stuff because to stay informed of what's going on in China. My time there. And
by the way, there's an awesome YouTuber out there called Xiaoma. He's a white dude who looks about as pale white dude as you could look. Mm-hmm. But yet, this dude speaks full Mandarin Chinese and speaks Cantonese very well as well. Hmm. And he goes to predominantly Chinese places like Chinatown and New York and everything. He goes to these markets and everything, and he pretends to be yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what the prices are here and everything. And they come over and they start speaking English to him, and as soon as they think they've got him on something, all of a sudden he'll just start breaking out Mandarin like that. Mm. And the looks on their faces, all of a sudden, this one person just was like, so you have this, and this. And then all of a sudden he starts speaking Mandarin, and the guy goes back to try and talk to him again, and he's like
you're fucking up my scam system, man.
Yeah,
trying to
Xiaoma NYC, I think is his channel name, and he's awesome. He actually went into all these Chinese restaurants, and there were so many Chinese girls there who, as soon as he started speaking Mandarin, they were just interested. They were just and it makes you wonder. It's I wonder how many Chinese mothers and fathers left there that day, just going. We do have eligible daughter. Should we make arrangement?
Yeah, I mean the mindset, especially when it comes to marriage and kids and stuff like that, is definitely a lot different. In other places, not just in China, Chinese culture and stuff, but a lot of Asian cultures and stuff like that. Just the whole mindset of dating and courtship and stuff like that. As far as the whole for us, we've kind of moved away from that mindset of for our daughters they have to marry the most successful man possible.
Yeah.
That mindset is still pretty.
Look,
pretty ingrained.
There's nothing wrong with trying to trying to maintain a standard and wanting the best for your child, but forcing them like
arranged marriage.
Arranged marriages are nonsense. No. You should never have to arrange a marriage for somebody, especially when they do not know what love is. I mean, how can they know what love is? Like, it's like, oh, you'll fall in love.
When you're arranging like a 6-year-old to marry an 8-year-old, it's like,
my gosh,
what do you get?
That's lunacy right there, man. I mean, they're kids. They're kids, and you can't expect them to like each other immediately. Like, look, okay, say these two are like they're met up and everything. And over time, it's just like, oh, so they do eventually fall in love and everything like that. But it.
Well, I mean, it's very much.
All the stories you hear about stuff like that, though, are about people who were put into arranged marriages and they hated the idea of it and didn't want to do it and fell in love with someone else that they couldn't marry because of their arranged marriage. And it's just they're not good for anybody but the family that wants to benefit.
It's not very much. I mean, that there's certainly love can come out of that. It's just
eventually
the whole purpose of that isn't for love. It's usually like business or titles and stuff like that. And family.
And the very moment like the child tries to speak out against it, the father's just like, think of the family.
Yeah.
It's like here's the thing. I'm not the family. I'm me. I'm a human being. I have my own thoughts.
And especially, with China, I mean, they've recently come off the one-child policy. They switched to a two-child policy. Yeah. But when it was the one-child policy for 20, 30 years, I think. I mean, it's when that one child has all those expectations from the entire family on them. There's
a reason why suicide is very high in China. Why the suicide rate a lot of Asian countries have
and there's a whole lot of other. There's the psychological problems that come with when you only have one child that has a lot of pressure. They don't have any siblings to share that stress with. You have the child the way retirement, there's not really a social security in places like China. It kind of comes down to the mindset of when I get old, my children will take care of me. And when you only have one child that has to take care of the parents and then their parents, so 6 people and stuff, that shit gets stressful. And then you have of course all the shit that happened. I don't know how. I don't think it's as prevalent now, but as far as people wanted sons, they didn't want daughters, and so they would end up either just abandoning children or having.
Oh God, I read this one story that absolutely just made me want to just like choke somebody. This dude was married to a woman, and he was so desperate for a male heir. He conceived a child with her like 4 or 5 times, and every time it came out a girl. After enough times of having a girl, he doused her in gasoline and lit her on fire. I kid you not. And this woman was burn marks on her face and everything, just like absolutely destroyed. She was still apologetic towards her husband. She's like, I'm just sorry I was not able to provide him with what he wanted. The subservient nature of that kind of stuff, of those cultures and everything, like how it used to be. And people make the argument, oh, it's just the same now. No, it isn't. People want to say,
I'm pretty sure hasn't science come up with the fact that it's basically the dude who determines what gender the baby will be?
Pretty much, yes. It's the like I guess like his male children, like his male like predominant sperm aren't fast enough to reach. I guess that's his fault.
But
it is his fault.
Getting back to it, but because of all of that, the decades of that going on, you now have a situation where it's like I think 55 to 45% men to women ratio, and so you just have tens of millions of Chinese men that aren't going to be able to get married, and they don't have a purpose as far as starting a family and stuff like that, and it definitely leads to a lot of the social unrest type stuff now.
Well, yeah. all that being said, though, man, I mean, just the culture, like cultures clash. Like anytime you have a melting pot like you have here in the States, you're always going to have culture clashes. For instance, Italians and Irish did not get along almost at all in the inner cities, and that's why you had like the formations of the Irish mob and the Italian mafia, and then you had like the Jewish mafia as well, which eventually joined up with the Italians, because the Italians were the ones who took power in the inner cities and everything for the longest time. And then you had the inner cities with the influx of former children of slaves from down south who migrated to the north for better and more prosperous ways, more prosperous lives and everything. And then the inner cities got taken over by African American, and it's like cultures will clash every time. And the important thing is.
That coat muffled the hell out of that sneeze. That's a good damn coat.
It's pretty much, it's wool inlay. I love this coat. But anyway, cultures will always clash. It's just like hell, Northerners and Southerners. I mean, you could honestly, my brother,
Yankees.
My brother Ethan is one of the most redneckified sons of bitches in the world, and the very concept of someone in this area rooting for the New York Yankees is a sin in his mind, because it's like, how the hell can you like them damn Yankees? And then, but a lot of people don't realize this. The term Yankee is an insult that was made by the British to pretty much call us like hicks, rubes, hillbillies. So
because we were the Southerners of the British Empire.
Well, yeah, and the term Yankee is pretty much means the same thing as like a rebel or a hick or something like that. It's like. But yet the Northerners adopted it because Yankee dude went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat, and called it macaroni. That whole song.
I heard that in a long time.
Well, no, do you know that? Well, that was actually like the American jingle for the longest time. But yet people do not know the context. What is behind that song? You know what the context is?
No.
Okay. Yankee Doodle, which is the synonymous insult for Americans.
Right.
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat, and called him macaroni. In the UK around that time, the British Empire, there was a club predominantly occupied by men of a certain effeminate quality called the Macaroni Club. So pretty much, the British who made that song up to insult us said, we're all a bunch of hicks who are going to wind up at the Macaroni Club. So they pretty much were saying that we were going to us hicks in America were going to wind up at the Macaroni Club. They were pretty much just like blatantly calling us like
homosexuals.
Well, yeah, but I can think of another term that they would use like more effect. That would be as equatable to what they were wanting to call us with that. Now, we didn't get the context of that, but we sure knew a good tune when we heard one. And that's just like...
Yeah, hey, don't worry about your insult. We'll take it over.
Well, no, you see... but you see, we owned it. You see, as Americans, we owned that term. And now it's synonymous with the most successful baseball team in the world. It's synonymous with an entire geographical segment of this country. That's just like, I heard the argument the other day, American the argument going on between the usage of American Indian and Native American. Which do you think that the tribes of the United States prefer?
Are you talking about today or whatever?
Yes, today. Which do you think they prefer, American Indian or Native American?
Well, I mean, I would assume Native American, but I'm assuming you're going to say Indian.
95% of them, when asked in survey, preferred American Indian. Do you know why? Because it is a term that they are embracing and owning. The reason why
it's for me, it's more of like I don't care either way. It's just more of a simplicity thing, because now you're going to confuse it with actual Indians and like.
Well, I know, but here's their logic behind it. And when they talk about it, it actually makes sense because it is another term that is being forced upon them that they're having to relearn and everything. They would rather have something that was used. It's a lot like how, I say this, and when I say this, don't read too much into it. It's like, for instance, the black community in the United States owning the N-word. They owned it and made it into something else, and now it's synonymous with them. American Indian, it's the same way amongst the tribes here in the States, and whenever you use the term Native American, they don't try and overcorrect you or anything like that, but they're just like, yeah, they really don't care.
I could see that.
And
yeah,
it all comes down to preference. It all comes down to what, and plus they're the ones with the epithet around their neck. If they want to choose to call themselves whatever they want, they have the right to. It's just like me. I could care less. I could care less about like tags and stuff like that. I legit do not care like what a person sees himself as. Hell, Roan, if you wanted to all of a sudden today start declaring yourself a Chinese American because you lived in China longer than anyone else in this room,
I'm good.
No, by all means do so. I really don't care. And
I'm pretty sure I got parts of Cherokee and Seminole in me though.
I've
be wrong about that.
Well, I've had my
not gonna pull an Elizabeth Warren about
it. I've had my DNA test done, and according to my DNA test, I'm 23% Native. So it's on both sides too.
You can probably open a casino with that.
I don't know. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that because honestly, I don't want to I don't want a handout like that. My grandfather told me this.
Casino's a business, not a handout.
But still, though, dude, it's something that I benefit from for a culture that I've never really called my own, a culture that I've never fully associated with. Yeah. And look, I'd be more than willing to go down to like Cherokee, North Carolina, and like talk to see the elders and everything.
Yeah, it would be like if you found out that you were 20% Japanese, and so you decided to start wearing samurai armor.
No, I ain't doing that shit. When I found out,
sandals.
Well, when I found out, I was shocked. I was like, wow. And not only that, I also found out I'm 7% black as well. So it's just like, well, damn, I'm a multi-grain cracker.
You're whole wheat. Jesus.
Yeah, but at least I'm not. Yeah, at least I'm not pure white.
We got more memes.
I think we got a few more.
Yeah, there's 3.
All right.
Tres.
Let's do it.
Kick it.
From Fox Falco with a $5 donation. Who would win between these two? Think you can go toe to toe with them?
Ooh, let us see. Fox and Falco. Oh, damn. Damn. Okay, they're loving the shit out of those reflex. Holy shit. Damn. Yep, there it is. Falco's down smash and Fox's up smash are ridiculous. Good God! The movement, the speed. Holy shit. Damn, son.
See, this is the problem. When we tried playing this a few months back, like I couldn't keep up with it. It's too much.
Look at the teching!
Wait, are they fighting?
Holy shit!
Are they fighting under the platform?
Yes!
What the fuck? Jesus.
Damn, son! If this is real... No, yeah, it has to be. Oh my God!
I feel like there should be like latency issues at this point.
People in the chat are like, this is some DVD shit. shit.
You ain't kidding.
That's really what the title says.
Some DBZ shit, indeed. Yeah, this is fake. This is obviously they've like done some speed hacking on the mobility and everything. Like, this is ridiculous.
Like, I could also sped up the footage too.
Maybe. Leave it to the space animals to
5 or 600% out, nobody died yet.
the space animals. I remember back in the days of Melee, the space animals were top tier like all day. But space animals, Fox and Falco.
Okay.
Those were the two top tier back in the day. Everyone said Falco was superior because of his because he can jump higher, and also his spike, his spinning like down smash spike off the edge is pretty much a guaranteed kill. But over time, Fox players have found ways around that because Fox is actually faster than Falco, and also Fox's up smash at certain percentages is a guaranteed kill, no matter what, because that's just how powerful it is. Now, on a level like Dreamland, which is a huge level, like the box on that level is massive, that's the only time it's not a guaranteed kill at the normal percentages. You actually have to deal even more damage, but at that point you risk getting countered again and again and again, and you can just get absolutely shit on by like a top level like Jigglypuff player, like H-Box, or a top level Peach player like Armada, or actually some oh gosh. I just remember like back when I was heavy into like the Smash Melee tournaments, you had the you had the Five Gods and Leffen, and now there's just this whole new breed of kids coming in and playing the game, and it's just like free reign. Plus Armada's retired, Mango's nowhere near the level he used to be. Mewtwo King has always been consistent.
You are saying words that I don't even know.
Okay.
What the fuck you're talking
now,
about.
when I say the Five Gods plus Leffen, for the longest time in Smash Brothers, there were 5 players who pretty much dominated the upper echelon of the Super Smash Brothers Melee tournaments.
Okay. Yeah.
The 5 Gods were in no discernible order: Mango, Armada, this is the funny one, Dr. PPMD. Yeah, Mewtwo King and Hungrybox. Those are the 5 gods. Now, each of them had their own play style and could beat each other on almost any given day. Like some days, Mango would be on point and would just kill everybody, especially when he was on top level with Fox, like unbeatable. And then, of course, Armada with Peach. If he gets a game where he pulls, like, Peach has a random thing where she pulls a turnip. And there's one turnip that deals so much damage. Whenever she gets it, it's a guarantee. Like, it's almost guaranteed she's going to win that stock. It's the Stitch Face. Anytime you see like the turnip that has like the Stitch Face and everything, run away and don't get near, especially when it's Armada. Mewtwo King is consistently good with Falco and Fox. And then, of course, Dr. PPMD also was really good with like sword players like Marth, and then Hungrybox, Jigglypuff all day. Because Jigglypuff has a weird play style because Jigglypuff is almost impossible to kill because Jigglypuff's like recovery is ridiculous, and also it's very hard to it's very hard to get Jigglypuff to enough damage to where you can knock them off and a guaranteed kill. Plus, Jigglypuff's rest has crazy knockback. And it's pretty much Jigglypuff's down B, which Jigglypuff falls asleep, and if you're within a certain vicinity as Jigglypuff falls asleep, you go flying. No, really. And it's one of the dumbest moves in the game that was included as a joke, but yet it's one of the most dangerous moves. But yet, if you miss the rest, you're pretty much dead. Because the rest, you're pretty much down and out, and you can't do anything for like 3 seconds. And 3 seconds for a Smash player is just inconceivable. And then Leffen, the reason why Leffen's not included in the 5 gods is because he came along a lot later, and he's the first person ever to beat all 5 of them in tournament play, and actually become seen as like a new, like one of the new breed that's actually taken the game over.
The next generation.
You could see that. You could say that. Sorry for my Smash Brothers stuff, guys. I mean, because I remembered following Smash Brothers Melee back in the days of Ken, Azen, Team Deadly Alliance, the West Coast players and everything. Chudat, holy shit! And of course PC Chris, who won the tournament in Las Vegas. That was big time. But all right, back to the memes.
Yeah, let's get.
Yeah, we're gonna
About 15 minutes.
Yeah.
This is from Jedi Big Boy with a $3 donation.
Woo!
Gosh darn it, Ray, that's not very Jedi cash money.
Oh no, I'm worried. Oh shit! That kid, that poor kid. I love that that's become a meme. Ray throwing the lightsaber, and then all of a sudden you just hear, and just like something happens.
I like how we just with that movie they just like she can float in air. She can just float in rocks and everything. She's perfectly good at it.
Oh yeah, perfect.
And it's almost benign to her when she's frustrated.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
From Terror Bitty Box with a $3 donation. CS:GO, I hate lurkers.
Oh gosh, lurkers with friggin' ops. Yeah. I don't know. Drake and Josh, that was such a weird show.
I didn't watch that too much. I never cared about like the live action stuff that Nickelodeon always put out. I just never.
There was some I loved back in the day.
I remember Good Burger, but Good Burger was Nickelodeon, right?
Annie, are you okay? Just tell us that you're okay. Shindo rally. Things on the carpet. Yeah, we'll get flagged, but we're not making money off this anyway. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
I remember hearing this song a long time ago. What is this?
Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson. I also like the friggin' what is it? The Alien Ant Farm version of this. That riff is nasty. I love it to death. Yeah. Poor Mia. Okay. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? You tell us that you're okay. The spitting of the coffee. With the bloodstains on the carpet. Okay. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Yeah, you're definitely gonna go flagged.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
I wonder how many people I scared the shit out of with that because I didn't know I could do that.
Good one, Nick. Good one.
Nate literally just gave me that button today and then we got a Phoenix right there. Not what it's meant to be used for, but
it worked.
It still works. It still works.
Contextually, it made sense.
So the next one is from Jerry the Hero with a $5 donation.
I need a hero.
I remember that. I think my favorite edition of that is in the Shrek. Was it Shrek 2 or 3?
Oh. Feels so good to say good morning, USA. Good morning, USA. Yeah. Oh gosh, that was too good.
From Master Hand with a $7 donation.
Damn,
Thank you, Master
I need
Hand.
to catch up on American Dad.
Do what?
I need to catch up on American Dad. How many seasons are there? Like
I don't
8 or
know.
9?
There's a lot. Damn! Look at that gut.
Oh, into like a bowling pin formation to do like the whole martial arts style to lift fucking a 20-pound rock.
Okay, we're back. Holy shit. I almost
We were
passed
in
out.
stasis.
Yes, I was. I was in stupid stasis. Oh, wait, what else is new? Oh, no. Oh! Oh! Ow!
Well, that's what you get for putting butter on your floor.
He's like, don't tell me how to eat my croissants.
What'd you guess?
I got a
Oliver?
feeling that it's gonna
Okay.
be a wonderful day. The sun in the
Anything else you
sky
wanna talk-
has a smile on its face. What?
Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, truth is, I mean, just...
You hear about Prince? Was it Prince Harry?
Oh, yes.
And Meghan?
Hey, Union, I
Stepping
think
away
that
from
shoots
her.
your theory out of the water about how, Meghan Markle and Harry's child were going to be, a big political rival in the future, and they were going to be president of the United States, and that was going to be secretly how the crown was going to get the colonies back.
Well, now what they'll do is they'll come to Canada. See, this is how Canada and the United States finally joins. We know it's all going to happen. We just need to stop putting it off.
Over my dead body.
No, we could use a little bit of Canada. That's fine.
Yeah.
And they could use a little bit
Yeah,
of America
can't-
and them.
Right.
So-
Canada, here's the thing about it. I'll accept Canada as part of America if they will relent and say that chili cheese fries are better than poutine.
What is poutine?
Exactly. I love
yeah,
chili.
it's interesting.
I
like,
joke.
you know,
I joke. I mean, it's just Canada will never give up its sovereignty because it's still part of the crown.
Oh yeah, I wonder how fixed countries and stuff are now. Like if we're ever going to get to it. I mean, I'm assuming eventually we'll get to a point where like, hey, everything will be kind of like it'll gradually move in the direction of like the European Union will, or all the continents will have their own unions.
I don't think it will. I think here in the States, the thing is where we already have 50 states that are united. I say that term loosely because half of us can't agree on anything. Half of us have cannabis legal in the medical sense, and the other half are just like, nope, doesn't exist.
Nope,
Doesn't exist.
I live in the 1930s.
And then you got other states who are just like guns are bad. It's like you can go straight to hell, ma'am. That's pretty much where I sit on that. I love guns, and here's the thing.
I love guns too. The thing is, though,
why punish responsible gun owners for the negligence of the idiots?
It's
Why?
one of those things like. I understand both sides of the argument because
I do too.
I like guns. I don't own one. Really, I don't.
Well,
I'm
I do too, but at the same time, this is the same thing as punishing someone for this. This is the same thing for punishing someone who honestly follows the same rules as everyone else, but because one person breaks the rules, immediately everyone else has to suffer.
Well, to be fair, new rules get made because of that.
I know new rules get made because of that, but honestly, it's new rules that enforce people who have done nothing to break said laws. Instead of enforcing laws on people who have done nothing wrong, how about you actually enforce rules on people who have done something wrong? Hold the individual responsible instead of society. I mean, that's my whole argument.
No, it's kind of hard to hold the mass shooters responsible when they fucking off themselves in the process.
Well, I know that, but the truth is, I mean, mass shootings can be prevented in a lot of ways. I mean, look at what happened in Texas.
My mindset on it is more of like, there's, as far as like people talking about banning the AR-15 is, there's no point in banning it because most of the deaths are occurring through handguns and stuff, and you're not gonna get rid of handguns. At least not here in the U.S. That is a long,
and that's one thing.
That's a far cry from
I keep hearing that argument about how ARs are the most dangerous weapons in the hands of American citizens, and I'm just like, more people actually more people are killed by deer. You don't see us going on a hunting spree and eradicating all the deer.
But at the same time, I kind of like people who say, well, we use it for hunting.
Well, no, it's for the defense against the potential tyrannical government.
Right.
That is its primary use. It never said it's for hunting. It is for the defense against the tyrannical government, which, looking at the history of governments all over the world, plenty of examples of tyrannical governments that have gone rogue.
Right.
Plenty of them. And anyone who wants to say different, I will point
and that's why, I do.
Took guns away from their citizens right before they did it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I do, and that's why I do support it. Not just for that, just the fact that even if you don't factor in the two massive oceans that we have protecting us from all the other countries in the world, we'll never be invaded.
Not only
the
impregnable North as well, which is pretty much a gigantic ice cap.
The Red Dawn movies sugarcoat the hell out of what would actually happen to any kind of military that tried to invade the United States.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh, they would be so fucked.
Well, don't get me wrong. Red Dawn, it's a compelling story.
It is.
And also when you hear because the kids have no context of what has fully happened all over the world, and when that pilot crashes and tells them exactly how the conflict is going worldwide, it's like, is there anyone who actually is on our side? Yep. 600 million angry screaming Chinamen.
I thought there were a billion. There were. Yeah.
That was such a good line and such a good scene, but that movie's kind of stupid. Wolverines!
It was better than the fucking remake. Fucking Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. Well, that's not difficult.
North Korea invading the United States.
North Korea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Let's end it here because we got stuff to get to. We got to get back.
Nick's getting hungry.
Well, no.
Hangry.
Go check out the Discord, the Renegade fan art section, and check out the art that Ludwig made with Rubik's cubes. Also, I wish I had that many Rubik's cubes. I only have one. It's a fucked up shape.
Excuse me. All right. Well. Again, everybody, thank you all very much for tuning in. And, thank you all for the memes. And we hope that you all have enjoyed this exhibition of awesomeness. And also, Logan, happy birthday out there. And, happy birthday again. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Roan.
I'm Nick. And if you did see my announcement, I'll be streaming when I have time. It's just not going to be consistently every Sunday, probably. So. But as I can get back to it, I will. So hopefully you'll come hang with me when I do.
Well, again, everybody, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Peace out.
Peace out.